Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Lake Eildon. We're going to talk about inland water really quickly. So as you can see, there's lots of recreational activities out on the lakes out here. Generally, there's lots of fish. There's a real problem with the carp that are out here. They eat and erode. You can see the erosion out here. It's also quite low. It's only at about 75% right now. And I'll come back and fill you in a little bit later, but I'm going for a ski. Off the lake now. So Lake Eildon's up in northeast Victoria. There's many inland lakes throughout Victoria. You'll probably see Thomson Dam at some point as well. Lake Eildon was made, the large lake that you see now was made in about the 40s from a smaller little lake, and they've just extended the dam out. So a lot of these dams are made for obviously the townships around. A lot of the water actually goes down to Melbourne as well. Many years ago they also tried to do, when the drought was on, because of the El Nino, which we will talk about at a later stage, they started the pipes which went down to Melbourne, trying to take the water from Eildon all the way down there. These sort of environments, so we're going to be talking about inland water and wetlands. Inland water obviously is a lot. The type of animals that you'll find here, like I said before, there's carp, which are a pest species here. The more native species you'll find are the yellow bellies, the cod, rainbow trout, that sort of thing. The surrounding bushland, you'll find things like wattle, so all these trees out here. Wattle is a great starter plant. It's really hardy when it starts, and then from there, the trees out back, there's a lot of dry sclerophyll forest around these sort of inland lake areas. So I'll get back to you when we're at a wetland and give you a bit more information. Hey guys, I'm back from northeast Victoria, back in Melbourne, and at the Alphington Wetlands. It's just around the corner from my house. So wetlands there's about 17,000 of them over Victoria. They're generally distributed at a low altitude, so flat lands where water can hold and stay. The climate, generally you need it to be wet. So the wetlands can either be permanent or semi-permanent, so they're not going to be wet all the time. That happens a lot in Australia because we're the driest continent that is inhabited. So rainfall is generally around 300 to 1200 mils. Elevation generally around 200 meters. The types of trees and things, types of flora that you'll find in wetlands ranges depending on the area that the wetland is found in. So up in places like the Murray, you'll have the Barmah flood plains, and you'll have trees like the red gums. Behind me here you can see, I believe it's a manna gum, or a stringy bark. Eucalypts. You'll find lots of eucalypts. The more urban wetlands, you'll find lots of recreation. So guys that are going mountain biking, they've got a nice sneaky little track down in there. Looks like lots of fun. So that's one of the human impacts that you can find at wetlands and at urban parks themselves. A lot of what is happening here as well is just behind me over here, back over, you can't see it, over there is the big housing development. So this wetland could have been a lot bigger, but humans have come in and they've cleared the land and affected the water system. So wetlands are really important for maintaining ecosystems because they are what water flows through, or water flows to, and this helps filter the water. So catchments, so inland water, what we've been talking about, can be found in multiple ways. So it's in lakes, in rivers, in wetlands, and water catchments are really integral to this system. So water catchments are where the water, so if you look at a mountain, or if you look, say, behind me, you can see this hill. There's a tree. Let's look at this one. This one looks more natural. So you can see that the hill, it would flow, the water would flow down, and then in the soil, doesn't have to be over the surface runoff, and down into this sort of wet area down here, where you'll find mountain bike tracks, but also lots of fish, birds and other fauna like that. These trees around here are really important to support the bird life in these areas, and you'll often find them really rich with biodiversity of birds and frogs and things like that. Other human impacts include urbanisation, deforestation, pollutants from agriculture, so agricultural runoff. That water will eventually make its way to a wetland and pollute the water there. So that's pretty much all that I've got for wetlands. Have a look through the textbook, make sure you're writing all your notes down as we go so that you don't have to do it later. Okay, head to the website or head down below and you'll see your learning task. Thanks guys.